I'm riding an electric cooler through Boulder, Colorado because, to be honest, I'm just tired of driving my truck absolutely everywhere. And for the past few years, companies have been slapping little electric motors into just about everything. I mean, just look at this thing. That looks crazy. But with so many different vehicles out there, how many of them are actually any good? I wanted to find out, so I bought them all.
Bro, that guy was within like a foot of me. That was awesome, but like, holy shit. This is gonna be nuts on the highway, dude. What did I get myself into?
No, I didn't. Just kidding. I did not buy them all because I'm not rich. Instead, what I did do is maybe more insane, because instead I told all of these EV brands that I'm gonna ride these vehicles 1,000 miles in 8 days to visit my friend Ryan in Austin, Texas before he leaves for vacation. Oh, and I'm gonna deliver him 2 burritos. Which brings us back to the cooler and the rules for this challenge. 1, I have to ride the cooler to start every day because it's holding the burritos. And 2, any vehicle I get on, I have to use until the battery is drained. Then once all the batteries are drained, all the vehicles get recharged and I can ride them again. So to help enforce the rules, my friend Hunter is gonna come with me.
So how's it feel so far? Sketchy?
No, just slow. It's only sketchy because it's not fast, honestly.
And with just 8 days, that means I'll have to average about 125 miles a day.
Major winter storm on the move tonight.
And with just 7 days, I'll have to average 143 miles a day.
I think we may have to, oh. And there it is, boy. She's toast. She's toast.
And with the cooler dead after less than 2 miles, I still have a long way to go today. So I'm meeting Hunter in a parking lot to pick a new vehicle.
Alright, so the cooler didn't maybe last as long as we might have hoped. Frankly, that means we can switch to a vehicle that might actually make it somewhere.
And since we still have some city miles left, I'm getting out the Jackrabbit, the smallest e-bike I've ever seen.
This is so much better. Alright, I think we can maybe actually make progress on this sucker. I'm just gonna follow you up Broadway. Oh, nice. You hit the curb.
Sorry about it.
You're fine. Alright! This feels like we're making tangible progress.
My game plan is basically to use the smaller, shorter range vehicles to travel mostly in cities and towns, and use the faster, longer range vehicles to travel on highways and through rural areas. The Jackrabbit is super light and agile, which makes it really fun to ride, and it did a great job of taking us out of Boulder, but after about 8 miles, the battery was starting to die.
I may need to swap batteries here. There's a little parking lot that you can pull into.
So is the battery low?
Yeah, a little bit.
The good news is that the battery life isn't a huge issue though, because they're actually hot swappable and they charge super fast. So instead of getting just 7 to 10 miles of range, with 3 batteries, we're gonna get up to 20 or 30.
Sweet, easy swap. I'm gonna hang on to my keys and get back on the road. Oh, and we're back at full juice. All right, we made it. I'm on the highway. Holy shit. Yo, this is low-key crazy.
Biking on the side of the highway was definitely a new feeling for me, to say the least, and being so exposed made me a little bit nervous, but leaving Boulder was the first big milestone on the journey, so overall I was pretty stoked.
God, it's beautiful out here.
But as beautiful as it was, and as fun as the Jackrabbit was to ride, I had to lay down about 16 more miles before getting to our first lunch checkpoint in Golden. So it was time to grind.
Damn, my butt is getting so wet. I'm excited to dry this stuff tonight.
So if it wasn't clear that I'm not being paid to say nice things, there's your proof. The stock Jackrabbit doesn't come with fenders for the wheels, but if you want to avoid having a wet butt, you can buy a pair for $30. And overall, I really love this bike.
Oh my God, I think we're basically here.
Yeah, we really are.
Holy shit, I'm actually gonna make it to Golden on a mini bike. Low-key, I cannot believe that. Howdy.
Getting comfortable on that thing?
Yeah, dude, I'm starting to feel really good on this guy. Honestly, really capable little bike. I'm gonna recommend 2 batteries for anybody, but yeah, dude, it's sick. Now it has to go.
Goodbye.
Burrito number 1, El Dorado Mexican Restaurant in Golden, Colorado.
Hey, remember those burritos I'm delivering to Ryan? Now's probably a good time to explain that and lay out the plan for our journey. In Colorado, there's this small burrito chain called Illegal Pete's that the locals usually say is better than Chipotle. And as one of only a handful of members of the unlimited Chipotle Burrito Card Club, Ryan seemed like the perfect person to settle the debate. So I flash froze a burrito from each place using dry ice to preserve them, and I packed them with ice to keep them frozen as long as possible so they'll still be good when we get to Austin.
That's a problem.
Of course, we still have to get to Austin on time, and to stay on track, we've got a list of checkpoint cities to get to. Today, our goal is a town called Fairplay, and at a ripe 1 p.m. with over 70 miles to go, I busted out the big guns. This is the Rave GT, and with a top speed of 28 miles an hour and a stated range of 100 miles, it should get us to Fairplay with time to spare.
We're on the road again.
Seems to me that throttle only takes me to 20. Wow, it's getting me to 27 if I pedal, but I'm pedaling hella fast. It straight up will not apply power without your feet above 20 miles an hour. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that.
That speed change adds about an hour to the ride, and with the sun already starting to set and the bike lanes filled with snow and ice, we needed a new plan.
Boy, do I have some opinions.
So how was that?
Holy shit, that's some of the sketchiest riding of my life. Let's talk about the Rave for a quick second. So right now, this is saying that since we started, we've done 9.5 miles.
We've done about 8.
Okay, so it's a little bit off. My thing is, this ride's like a moped. Trying to pedal this, your knees are coming up here and you sit here. And there's no way to adjust the seat height, so there's no way to get really truly comfortable when you're pedaling. Is it a sweet ride? Yeah. Would I recommend this version of the bike? No. If you want a moped, get the next one up, which is the Rave GTX. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the reason that it's limited in throttle only mode is to try to squeeze out a ton of range, which, for the purposes of what we're doing right now, I would take that trade.
But unfortunately, that also wasn't the case, and despite pedaling on an awkwardly designed seat for almost the entire ride, the bike ran out of power after just 20 miles of riding.
Two planes empty.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So we still got 60 miles, and that guy's dead.
Can we throw that guy, strap it up, and take out the K6 and just try to gun? Because that's the only shot we have of getting to where we need to be before we completely lose all sun.
Yeah.
I say we do that now.
This bad boy is the K6 Extreme Bull from Alien Rides. This battery on wheels is hopefully gonna save my bacon.
Holy shit, this thing is nuts. Oh my god. I am having a way better time than I was on the Rave. This has taken my mood from like 0 to 100.
Oh.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Little slippery. All right, we're good. We're back. The turning on this thing is pretty shit.
With the sun dropping, we threw on the disco stick for added visibility when all of a sudden, the fuzz arrived. And here's the thing, as much as I love to do these challenges, I always prioritize safety. So if this officer tells us to stop or that it's too dangerous, I'll stop.
Yeah. Thanks, appreciate you.
But it turns out he wasn't. He just wanted to make sure our car was okay, and it was. So I got back on the highway and started gunning it towards Fairplay. And with this light bar for visibility, not even night could stop me.
Yo. Stop.
Stopping.
Massive black ice patch took me out, but I'm okay. Go ahead, everybody. Well done. I'm gonna be honest, given what time it is, given the conditions on the road right now, the problem is that if it were the middle of the day, this would be fine.
Yeah.
Because this would be water.
Yeah.
But now it's ice. And frankly, I don't think there's anything we can ride that I feel is truly safe
On the ice.
on the ice.
Yeah, I agree.
Which meant that even though I had the stamina to keep going, we had to call it early for safety and just headed to the nearest motel to spend the night. We'd laid down a solid 50 miles, but that's barely half of our goal for the day, and that threw a massive wrench in the plans. Plus, with how dangerous the roads are, I had to wonder if it was even worth continuing, but when I thought about how thrilled I'd be to see Ryan and complete the challenge, I knew I couldn't quit now. So we used the spare time to plan a strategy to make up for the lost mileage over the next few days.
That is where it happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. He'll be traveling a lot slower this time.
Let's send it.
To say that the cooler was slow would be an understatement. I was struggling to crawl it up a hill, let alone actually ride it.
You good?
Terrible, it's so damn slow.
All right, I'll find a spot to pull over.
Okay. Oh. All right, we need to have a conversation. Can I drain the battery on this thing on a downhill later? Because it's gonna take us so damn long to do it right now. Don't get me wrong.
We made a good bit of progress.
That's a distance. That's half a mile, okay?
Yeah, no, we'll finish it up later. Well, let's pack it up.
Let's swap it.
Since we fell short of the mileage we needed yesterday, our goal for day 2 is to at least get out of the mountains, traveling a minimum of 129 miles to reach Canyon City, and that means busting out the big guns.
Calfin F80, baby.
This is the Kaufman F80, the only street legal vehicle in the entire lineup. This should be the turbo boost we need to make it to Fairplay by noon. Of course, the ride to Fairplay isn't easy. This highway follows the mountains, so it's full of twists, turns, steep mountain passes, and downhills into valleys, plus a little black ice in some of the shaded areas. But as tough as it was, riding the F80 made it a lot more doable.
Hey, we're halfway to Fairplay.
How are we doing on time? What time is it?
It is
12:30. Yes.
12:30.
Money. That's good because we have about 60% battery left. Dude, huge plays today.
This was the first vehicle I felt really confident on near the highway, and we were making great progress.
Well, Lewis, you just officially traveled 50 miles.
That's amazing. I think that's as many as we did yesterday.
Just about.
And we have plenty of daylight left.
We sure do.
But oh my god, am I cold. Holy shit. Okay. Woo! Just as the battery was starting to die, we rolled into Fairplay for burrito number 2.
Fairplay! Let's go!
Bro, I'm not gonna want to eat burritos for a month after this.
Yeah, right.
Now you might notice this is our second burrito. We're having more burritos because for some reason we decided we had to eat one every single day to keep the theme going. And since we weren't making that many stops, we ended up eating only burritos almost every day.
All right, I'll tell you what, Hunter. I was doubting the burrito. The burrito was the right call. I feel refueled.
The burrito has everything you need. You wrap up everything you need to survive in a fluffy tortilla.
Just a flour wrap.
Then you take a nap, and then you go back to work.
Fortunately, there's not time for a big siesta, but we're gonna take a mini one.
Actually, we're not even taking a mini one, because with the F80 dying just outside the restaurant and the road still too dangerous for the K6, it was time to pull out a new bike, the Async A1 Pro.
Got an off-road mode right now, but we're gonna coast a lot of this way because a lot of it is very downhill.
All right, calling this very downhill isn't really right. It's all less than 1% downhill on average, but that should at least help me maximize the bike's range. As for the bike itself, it looks like a literal box on wheels, but to tell you the truth, it's really comfortable to ride. Way better than the Rave, and that column under the seat actually hides the bike's rear suspension, which is both super functional and really cool.
The seat for what I'm doing genuinely leaves a little to be desired, but if it extended forward just like a few more inches, I think that would be awesome.
As I continued riding through the beautiful mountainside plains of Colorado, the sun began to set behind the peaks. And as I rode on watching one of the most beautiful sunsets of my life, I realized it was about to get very dark and very cold very fast, so I needed to get out of the mountains. As I shivered through nightfall, I got a chance to test the bike's headlights, which are not that bright. They're fine for city riding, but for me on the highway, not really. So Hunter drove behind me so I could use his lights to see further down the road ahead. And as I rolled down the last hill with just 1% battery, I reached a junction 9 miles short of Canyon City, a whopping 65 miles from lunch.
Okay, it's very cold. It's 7:30 right now. But I am so cold that I am actually out of breath.
Of course, I still had to drain the cooler battery from this morning, so I hopped back on and hit the road.
All right, okay, here we go. All right.
Oh? Oh, is it dying? I mean, oh no!
But I wasn't out of the woods yet because now Hunter threw me a curveball.
No way.
This, my friend, is the hover chair.
Back when I thought this challenge would be too easy, we decided that every day Hunter can throw me a curveball vehicle that I've never seen and I have to ride immediately for at least 30 minutes. And since the hover chair is a real, actual product that someone sells, that means I have to use it.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Bro, this is so much worse than the like go-kart version of this. Someone reinvented the wheel and then they made the wheel square.
So I actually got this off a guy on Facebook Marketplace who used to use it to go pick up drones when he was flying with his buddies.
Bro, I don't know how anyone used this to do anything useful. Holy shit! Yes! Yes! Thank God! I mean, I love the hover chair. Howdy there.
Unfortunately, the hover chair didn't get us very far, so I had to finish the final 8 miles on my Varla e-scooter, and for some reason, the battery hadn't charged fully, so it died just outside the motel. Despite laying down an impressive 129 miles, we were still short of the 160 we really needed to make up for day 1, but with 4 days left and clear roads ahead, as long as we could keep up our pace, we should still be able to get to Austin on time. How's it going? Getting a little bit of a late start today. Both of us woke up basically feeling like we got hit by a ton of bricks in various ways. Hunter's got some kind of a cold situation going on, and I am just beginning to experience the wear that riding something for this amount of time takes on the body. The good news is I walked outside this morning. It is a lovely temperature. So hopefully that helps me keep up stamina to just keep on grinding today. Our hope is to do 200 miles, which is getting less likely by the minute, but if we did close to that, that would be good.
The mileage goals are getting more absurd by the day, but as per the rules, I still have to drain the cooler. So to kill two birds with one stone, I rode it to a gas station where I could buy Hunter some Dayquil.
Thank you, you too. My liege. Here you go.
And with the cooler drained and Hunter and I both feeling at least a little bit better, it was time to hit the road on the next electric vehicle, the InMotion V12 electric unicycle. Now, our goal for the day is to make it the 211 miles to Campo, Colorado by nightfall, and it's a big push, but with only 5 days to make it to Austin, if I can't make it to at least Kim tonight, the rest of the journey becomes basically impossible.
So let's talk about the wheel a little bit. It rides pretty darn well. I'm impressed. Even without any actual suspension, it does do a pretty good job of absorbing bumps in the road, which is really impressive. It's just scary because I'm learning a completely new thing.
Now, the unicycle claims a max range of about 100 miles, but based on what we'd seen from other vehicles, I was hoping to get around 50, which made this moment a big surprise.
How many miles have we done so far?
11.
I'm worried this is really gonna go 100 miles.
How much battery does it says it's burned?
10%.
Yeah, that would be the math now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. All right. Oh. Little spill. We're all good.
Normally, I'd be thrilled with a vehicle that can go 100 miles, but I have less than 3 hours of practice under my belt, which means that even though the top speed is about 45 miles an hour, riding any faster than 25 means I'll get speed wobbles, and that wasn't the only problem.
Why is this person just like waiting behind you?
I don't know.
People were giving me way less space here and getting so distracted by the unicycle that they were almost crashing into each other.
Anyway, hey Billy, yeah, look at this. People are literally staring at me and then someone almost crashed into the guy. Yeah, that's more on the stuff that's really fast. What's this person doing? Why did they just slow the hell down? Alright, I'll get off up ahead, I'm sorry. I'll just pull over. Just telling me to get off the damn highway.
That, combined with my inexperience, meant that for the first time in a really, really long time, I was genuinely scared. For context, not scary, genuinely terrifying. In that moment, I realized that the risk with this challenge wasn't that I would hurt myself, it was that I'd get run off the road by a distracted driver and turned into a meat crayon. And as traffic got busier and the highway widened from 4 lanes to 6, I got more and more concerned.
Dude, I can't do any more of this highway. We need a different route because my anxiety is through the roof. I don't have the stomach for it.
Let's get on a different route.
I'd stopped right on the edge of Pueblo, Colorado, about 40 miles from where we'd started that morning, and I was broken. I set out to make a fun video to challenge myself and stress test these crazy vehicles, and instead by day 3, I was physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted.
That was maybe the most intense 20 to 30 minutes of my life. I would rather take a barrel down Niagara Falls than do what I just did.
Even though I'd been giving this challenge everything I had, it was clear to me that there was no way I could make it the remaining 170 miles to my goal of Campo tonight, which made the rest of the journey just seem hopeless. Setback after setback had burned more time than I felt I could make up for, and inaccurate range estimates from some of the vehicles meant the math I'd done to hit my mileage goals was wrong. Even if I could make it all the way to Kim and keep riding around 130 miles a day, I'd still need a full extra day to make it to Austin, which was a day too late.
I need to look at a route. I need to map something that I feel comfortable with.
Well, I've got a route for you.
I kind of trust you, but I don't trust anybody else right now because of what I just dealt with.
I knew I wouldn't be able to make up that much time while riding, and I didn't want to have to choose between completing a personal challenge and seeing a good friend. My YouTube friends, especially Ryan, are really important to me. Ryan was one of the handful of creators who saw the potential in my channel when it was still really small and offered me advice before it finally took off. And our relationship means a lot to me, so Hunter and I came up with a plan. When I really thought about it, my actual goals for the adventure were to test all the electric vehicles, ride them as far as I possibly can, make it in Austin in time to see my friend, and do it all without using a single gas-powered vehicle. Just past the halfway mark sits the city of Amarillo, Texas, about 535 miles from our start in Boulder, so we decided on a new goal. I'll ride as far as I possibly can on these vehicles, trying my hardest to make it to Austin, but as long as I can at least make it to Amarillo by the end of day 6, Hunter has a secret plan to get me to Austin without breaking any of our rules.
Sorry for putting you through hell.
It's all right, dude.
I will never forget this. I'm just gonna say this once. I owe you one. Like I've owed you one before, but this is one where you're like, you call me, I will be there, because you dug me out of a hole that would have been a bad road to go down.
Glad.
Thank you.
Bring it in.
Thank you.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Don't make me cry.
I'm gonna cry a little bit.
Don't make me cry either.
Cry a little. Just a little cry. All right, we're good. We're good.
All right.
We're gonna be okay. Hooah!
We're men, and we cry. Get the show on the road.
Yeah, for real though. We still have so far to go.
All right.
I did have far to go. I still had a little over half my battery left to drain, and almost 2 hours had passed since I got off the highway. So the sun's almost gone, and I'm still 320 miles from Amarillo. But for the first time all day, by taking small roads and local bike routes, I was actually having fun on the unicycle. We rerouted the course to take a smaller access highway, and with no cars around, I could just focus on laying down miles.
We're making our way to the hotel tonight, and I'm still riding the InMotion. This thing, it is putting up maybe the most impressive performance of anything we've ridden. I'm still averaging somewhere around 20 miles an hour all day, and it's pretty much been exactly what it predicted. You can ride like 80 to 100 miles on this thing, which is crazy.
We realized there was no way we'd make it to Kim, and they didn't have a hotel there anyway, so we set our sights on the town of Rocky Ford, 93 miles from where we'd started that morning, and after about 73 miles of total riding, the unicycle finally ran out.
It's saying, warning, please slow down. I think she's drained. We got 6 miles of range left. Yeah, there you go. So 79 volts, 6 miles of range left, 10% battery. What a miracle this thing is.
We were still 18 miles from Rocky Ford, but it was too late to keep riding, so we called it a night.
Cooler day 4! Woo! Yeah, baby!
Starting day 4, I was in much higher spirits. I had a better plan, a smaller highway, and a whole lot of new vehicles to drain, including a curveball from Hunter.
Day 4! Yeah, baby!
You remember those pocket rockets from when we were like 8?
Sure, yeah. What, the ones, the toy ones?
Little razor ones.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Would you be surprised if I told you we had one?
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm for real.
Dude! What? Dude, I've wanted one of these things since I was 8 years old. Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Oh geez. Whoa! This thing's a little ripper.
This was exactly what I needed. The bike was obviously way too small for me, but it felt amazing to be back on 2 wheels, and the childhood nostalgia made it even better.
Dude, this is awesome! Oh my god, I wish I had one of these as a child.
All right, tell me about this bike, dude. How's it feeling?
So this bike, here's the thing. Rides like a dream once you get it up to speed. It's a little sketchy at low speeds. Sure, it's not a problem for children, but as an adult, you know, the weight distro isn't the best.
So everything you ever hoped and dreamed for?
Oh, it's definitely everything I ever hoped and dreamed for as a child. As an adult, I'll be honest, I don't think the thrill is the same. Oh, here we go, downhill, baby. Little speed tuck. Whoa, dude. That was awesome. Oh, I think that's it. All right, what kind of mileage did we lay down?
You laid down like 12 miles.
12 miles. Yeah, bro, this has to be at least a C-tier vehicle. That is the most unexpected performance yet. All right, well, time to reach back into the quiver for more. This is the Onsra E-Skate.
This is another vehicle sent over by Alien Rides, and I was both excited and a little nervous. While I've done plenty of skateboarding, I've never ridden an electric skateboard, and it's definitely a different sensation.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're back on the Onsra after lunch, and I'm feeling much better about it.
After tightening the trucks a little more, I got much more comfortable riding fast. I'd gotten the hang of the controls, so I threw it into the highest mode for the 11-mile ride to La Junta, and when you let it out, this thing really rips.
I was riding between 25 to 30 miles an hour, and on a skateboard, that's wicked fast. As the battery slowly died on the board and we prepared to enter the Comanche National Grasslands, I was excited to ride the weirdest board I've ever seen.
Welcome to the Two Swift.
The Two Swift looks like it should be impossible to ride. 2 wheels, caster in the front, no handlebars to steer, and no fancy software. If you saw it in a store, you'd think it was an incomplete scooter.
This is amazing.
But for me, it just clicked. It felt exactly like carving on a snowboard or riding a ripstick, and as a kid who grew up doing both, riding the Two Swift was totally effortless and absolutely thrilling at the exact same time.
Yes!
After a day and a half of battling traffic and grinding through farmland, carving up the road while watching the sun make the prairie glow like fire as it sets behind the mountains was a feeling of joy like I've never experienced.
Woo-hoo! This is amazing! Look at this! What even is this? The road, beautiful to ride. The stress, gone. The joy, here. This is some special riding. I am so lucky to get to do this.
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and as night fell after 20 miles of incredible scenery, the board finally ran out of juice.
So that was maybe the greatest hour of my life. S tier. Like, I'm ready to become an ambassador for the Two Swift because I'm already thinking of other places that I want to go ride this, like the canyons near Boulder. This is extremely oh my God, this was so, dude, I don't want to leave.
Yeah, dude, me neither.
All right, I need a breather to recoup, and then we're gonna hop on the K6. Try to book it as far as we can tonight. The K6 is the last vehicle to drain, right?
I think so. The K6's front tire is completely flat.
How flat is completely flat?
Completely flat is, I can do this.
Our best bet here is to use some tire slime in the tube and ride this first thing tomorrow to drain it. All right, Hunter, so here's the problem, because I haven't drained all the batteries. So what does this mean?
You have drained every battery except for this, and now that it's out of commission, I think you're effectively recharged. You can take your pick.
So I can take anything?
You can take anything, yeah. But we do have to try to fix this tomorrow, and if we can, you have to drain it.
All right, that's a fair deal. Let's do that. I'm recharged, but we got some serious mileage to do tonight, yeah.
With a full battery, I was excited to see how far the scooter could go, but it ran out of juice about 2 miles from Kim, where we called it a night.
Day 5.
The plan for today was to drain the cooler as fast as possible and then hop on the K6 to drain it and reset the vehicle fleet.
How's it going?
I can't believe this thing's still going. Oh, that might be it. All right. That's enough cooler for today.
But just as I was about to pull out the K6, Hunter threw me another curveball.
This is the walk car.
Oh my God, is that a laptop?
Alien Rides, in their infinite wisdom, had supplied Hunter with the walk car by Kokoa Motors, vehicle invented by a Japanese businessman for getting to and from the train station in Japan. I actually met the Alien Rides guys who sent me this when they were exhibiting at Open Sauce last year, and I'm coming back again as a featured creator. It's my favorite YouTuber event of the year, way more fun than VidCon, there's tons of cool projects, and you can meet me and a bunch of your favorite creators. I'll link it below, go get tickets before they sell out like last year. I'm genuinely stoked to see you guys there.
This guy is ripping this thing.
Yeah, you've got it. Look, it seems simple. No remote, no nothing. You just get on it and you walk.
Just lean. Oh, he's riding it down the highway?
Yeah. Hey, you got this, basically.
All right, what's it cost?
236,000 yen.
So like over $2,000?
A little over $2,000, yeah.
Oh.
It's the car of the future.
You're right, it is. It is. The walk car. All right, it's about as heavy as a gaming laptop, so let's take it for a spin. Oh, okay. All right, I'm in the lowest speed mode right now, which is not very fast, but I'm trying to get a feel for how the controls work. You lean left to go left, you lean right to go right, you lean forward to go forward. Oh, geez. I'm gonna give the walk car a compliment real quick. I think as stealth factor goes, it's kind of unbeatable because, I mean, you can set it to this mode, and even if you're driving it around the mall, like nobody's gonna stop you. You're going like 6 miles an hour. Not a road vehicle though. Like we're on a very quiet highway. If we were anywhere else, like this would not ride the berm, it would not, oh, there's a crack. Oh my God, we made it.
I got the hang of the medium speed mode, but as soon as my 30 minutes was up, I was thrilled to get off, and it was time to switch to a real vehicle.
That was exhausting.
With a bottle of slime and a portable air pump, the K6 was back in action, which meant it was finally time to drain it and make some real progress.
See you in a bit.
The goal for the day was to make it to Dalhart, Texas, a distance of 133 miles from our start that morning, and with a mostly full battery on our fastest vehicle in the fleet, odds were looking good.
We're about to take our right.
Are we?
Yeah, 0.3.
Not gonna believe this. I'm at 3 bars.
Dude, I believe it. The battery on that thing is huge.
Yeah, I am so curious to see how far this thing rides.
Yeah, straight through here, and then, hey, watch out, it's all sand and dust right here.
Okay. Is this a dirt road?
It's looking like it.
All right, well, that's a little interesting. Oh, this is not built for this.
That was an understatement. Instead of going over 50 on the hard road, with street tires on a dirt road, it was hard to ride any faster than 30, impeding my speed and progress significantly. I just can't catch a break out here.
I finally settled into the reality that I'm gonna be on a dirt road for a little while, whether I like it or not. And the other good news is that technically, as soon as this thing is dead, it's back in the fleet because it's the last vehicle we have to drain, baby. So, I'm gonna get to use this thing again tomorrow, and that will be on some actual highway.
So it's looking like we're turning from a dirt road to a dirt road, which is fun.
Luckily, this dirt road felt a little more packed down than the last one, which made it easier to keep up my speed, and after about an hour of dirt, the highway finally reappeared.
Oh, it feels so good to be back on the hard road, baby.
Finally, back on solid road, I could really let the K6 rip, and boy does it ever.
Welcome to Oklahoma, baby. And the road changed immediately. It is definitely shittier.
But all good things must come to an end, and after an impressive 70 miles of riding, the K6 finally died.
Perfect. Oh, baby. What a ride.
I was like, when's this thing gonna die? And then I was like, oh, the throttle's not working. And then it went, oh, and now she won't turn on.
Fair enough.
So time to charge it up, but in the meantime,
We're now officially
now we're fully
recharged.
recharged.
This is what they call wings mode. Shoo!
Back on the F80, I was feeling great. If anything could get me where I needed to go, this was it, and it was feeling as reliable as ever.
We've arrived in Boise City, but as long as we have daylight, we are not stopping. We have a mission to get where we are headed, and this is the way we're gonna get there, baby.
And with Dalhart just 50 miles away, I rode off into the sunset to capture some drone shots before we lost our light. But just as I was about to leave, the worst happened. For some reason, the drone ran out of power and auto-landed itself in the middle of the street. And by the time we found it, almost 30 minutes later, it had been hit by a semi-truck.
Today, I went through one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through. I didn't just lose a drone, I lost memories, in a sense. I lost footage capturing two of the greatest riding days of my entire life.
I was heartbroken. Not only was the drone toast, my SD card was snapped in half, making recovery impossible. We'd been grinding so hard to maximize mileage that I hadn't had time to back up all the footage, meaning we hadn't just lost a few shots, I thought we'd lost them all.
So the shots that you're seeing are pickups that I shot days later. They're not the same moment, but it's the best that I could do to capture the feeling that I had.
And with that pit in my stomach, I just couldn't keep riding. So with only 129 miles to Amarillo, I called it early, planning to get a head start the next morning.
Day 6.
By day 6, it was clear that I'd have to rely on Hunter's secret rendezvous to get me to Austin in time to see Ryan, which meant my job was just making it to Amarillo before 10 p.m. And with the fleet recharged, I was confident I could do it.
Better get out the butter, because that sucker's toast.
But of course, Hunter still had one last curveball to give me.
Your curveball will be the roll walk electric skates.
Whoa. All right, let's see what we got here.
These suckers have a claimed top speed of 20 miles an hour and a battery lasting over 15 miles, so they looked weird, but if I could master them, they'd be just as fast as the rest of the lineup.
How's that middle school PE treating you?
Not great. I think these might be pretty all right. What happened? Oh, that sounds horrible.
And since they broke after less than 10 minutes, it was back to the F80 to finish off its battery and make some big progress. So Hunter and I leapfrogged down the highway to get a bunch of cool shots of this bike. It's a joy to ride, it feels incredibly sturdy, and it has great performance. But while it tops out at 55, I had to average around 33 miles an hour, because I don't just need speed, I need distance. It's about 45 miles to Dalhart, and I had about 90% battery left. So if I play my cards right, I'll make it a few miles past before it dies, where I can switch to the newly recharged K6 and power through straight to Amarillo.
Oh shit. Pop the tire, I think.
What happened, dude?
Dude.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not good.
And all of a sudden, I had to improvise again. I was not about to let a stupid, messed up tire stop me from getting to see Ryan, and I did not spend 6 days risking my life through traffic to fall short now. I was about 69 miles from where I started that morning, and I still had another 60 before we'd get to Amarillo. So with only 5 hours to get there, I had one vehicle that I thought could do it, the Async A1 Pro.
You know, I'll be honest, the K6 is an awesome vehicle when it's working super well. But in any context where there are actual people around you, it's kind of terrifying.
Wow. Okay, this is kind of pretty. It's flat forever.
It is flat forever. I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, you know, I get why people like this.
Even though I couldn't slow down to appreciate them, the beautiful views really boosted my mood. Nothing melts away the stress like incredible landscapes, and I didn't know it before, but the Texas Panhandle is full of them.
Wow. That's beautiful.
And as I crossed mile 500, the sun fell below the horizon, so I let Hunter drive ahead to set up his surprise in Amarillo. I had no idea what to expect, but I was very excited to find out.
Yo, Hunter.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
Congrats on the end of day 6.
Thank you. We're in Amarillo.
Yeah?
I mean, that's great, but we have to be in Austin like tomorrow. What can you do that is gonna get us to Austin by tomorrow?
Look, take the camera, then check under your seat.
My seat? No way.
This, my friend, is the Tesla Model 3.
Kidding me? We have a car?
It's all yours until the end of the challenge.
Let's go. Oh, money. For once, in 6 days, I can drive a vehicle that doesn't require a massive fucking helmet. I feel like he needs to come with me. He's come with me this much of the way. Let's get our butts to Austin, baby! Yeah!
I still don't know how, but Hunter found me a Tesla. It has an enormous range, but I've never driven one before, and we wouldn't make it to Austin in time if I didn't start driving it right now. So I found a hotel in Quanah, Texas, where we could spend the night and recharge the car.
Okay, we've arrived in Quanah. We have 30%. I've just opened the stuff, and we're about to do our first supercharge of the trip. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now it's telling me it's gonna be 35 minutes. So this guy's plugged in. Yep, it's locked in place, so it can't be removed. This dude is winding up, which means I can go check into the hotel. I'm gonna lock the car, and I'll just be back, I guess.
And after a quick 6-hour power nap,
Day 7, baby!
even though the Tesla has a range of about 250 miles, a lack of chargers in rural Texas means I can't take the fastest route. Instead, I'll have to stop in Cisco to recharge and head to Austin after that. Plus, I'd still have to stop again to reheat the burritos before I meet Ryan at Austin High School.
All right, we are back on the road. Now, normally getting to Austin from here, we'd be able to get there by like 1, maybe 2. But because we have to charge the car, it's gonna take us an extra hour, which is putting us in a little bit of a time crunch, but we should be able to get there on time. I'm meeting Ryan at 4. So we don't have a ton of time to get there. We really, really have to boogie. So from here on out, I pretty much have to stick to the time.
The car itself is kind of weird. I mean, I don't really want to do a Tesla review. There are already a million of those, but as someone who's never driven a Tesla, I think it's kind of mid.
And we are finally arriving in Cisco, Texas, for our first supercharging stop.
Okay, I'm gonna let this charge. In the meantime, we're gonna get some food.
Yeah, and yours is not
Special. I'll be honest, that was the worst burrito of the trip.
It just hurts now.
It's bad. I don't feel particularly good afterward.
I told you.
Tummy ache aside, it was time for me to go. I called a gas station near the high school and asked to use their microwave to reheat the burritos, and then I hit the road.
Sweet. All right. Well, we'll see you in I don't know, probably like 3 hours then. But all right, sounds good. All right. Bye. It's time to move. All right, we've reached Lampasas, Texas. It says we're gonna be getting to the destination at about 4:50, which is basically right on time because the sun goes down at about 5:40. So we'll have just enough time for Ryan to try the burritos. At this point, do I really even care about the burritos? Honestly, I'm most excited just to see Ryan. It has been way too long, and man, it means a lot to me. He was one of the first YouTuber friends that I made. So being able to finally get to see him after 6-7 days of some of the hardest driving I have done in my entire life is exactly what I want. 55 minutes, baby! I'm coming, Ryan!
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Okay, we're at the gas station. I'm gonna make the burritos, and then we're going to Ryan. And with the burritos warmed up, it was finally time to meet up with Ryan. So I arrived the same way I started this journey 7 days ago.
Ryan!
No, what are you on, dude?
It's an electric cooler, right?
Electric cooler.
It's good to see you.
It's so good to see you.
I wanted to bring you this.
Dudes, wait, are these safe to eat? You said that you flash froze them.
Yeah. But just to be safe, I'll take the first bite.
Okay.
So this is a legal piece.
Okay.
And everyone in Colorado says this is the best burrito around.
Okay. I'm excited, dude. If something tops Chipotle. Dang.
Is it a better burrito?
That's way better, bro. That's so good.
So it is better.
It's absolutely better. If we're comparing these two burritos with the bites I just took.
Here's the real thing though, Ryan. For the past 7 days, all I have eaten are burritos.
Oh my goodness.
And all I can tell you is that out of all of the burritos we've eaten, these are B tier.
There's a burrito that's better?
There are several burritos that are better. Almost every local burrito place we went to had better burritos than everywhere else.
Dude, can I ride this?
Yeah, take it for a rip.
And while I spent some long-awaited time with my friend Ryan, after over 1,000 miles in electric vehicles, 535 in small vehicles, 7 total days on the road, and 1 life-changing experience, what's the best? Well, this isn't exactly a review video, but my favorite is the 2Swift, the best e-bike is the Async, the most fun e-bike is the Jackrabbit, the K6 is the best if you want to go fast, and if you have to ride on the highway, get yourself an F80. But truthfully, it's up to you. I liked most of what I tested, aside from a few obvious duds, and not everything is perfect in every situation. I put all the links in the description for you to check out yourself, and many of the suppliers have given discounts, so if you're looking for something fun this summer, you could do a lot worse than a new EV. And if it's just something you can't afford right now, that's okay too. The best thing you can do is just get outside in the first place. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I don't really know what the point of this was, if I'm being honest. I'm like realizing now that I traveled 1,000 miles.
Well, let's figure this out. You traveled 1,000 miles with 2 flash frozen burritos in a cooler, and you did it over the course of 7 days, but the 2 burritos weren't even the best.
I think if I'm being honest, Ryan, I just wanted a reason to see you.
Come here, Lewis.
Bring it in.
Come here. You could have just flown.
I probably should have.